Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We are back with another episode. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Listen, I'm on fire today. I had a great day. So much good news, so much blessings, man. And I'm just happy to be back podding. I almost didn't show up tonight to pod, but I got to stay consistent with these things because you guys may be seeing me in other places, you know what I mean? So I need to stay consistent on my own stuff. But without further ado, welcome back to another episode of the All Jokes Aside podcast. I'm your host, Will Mills, back to do this again for y'all on this beautiful night. I see him rocking the Pablo Escobar. You know what I mean? It was, Colombia played today. They lost. I always got to salute my baby girl. She's half Colombian. And I didn't have a Colombian jersey, but I got the Pablo Escobar shirt. You know what I mean? Good Godspeed on. But it's a lot to talk about tonight, so let's go ahead and get it on. I saw something that was rather triggering to me today. And it's a testament to what happens a lot with men. It's happened to me in the past. And it's this shit of a crying, gaslighting woman. I talked about this on the pod before. And I'm an open book. I don't lie about anything. And I think when you tell the truth and you speak transparently, not honestly, transparent, and you repeat the same story over and over again, you ain't got shit to remember. You know what I mean? A lot of people be lying, jumping on apps, lying about their life and shit like that. I don't do that. I've lived through things. I own my truths. I've done horrible things. I've done some good things. But some of the horrible things I've done, I didn't deserve the reaction to it. And it's horrible because I think that we're horrible. But in life, by life standards, it ain't that bad. For instance, back in 2000, and I'm an old head. I'm about to show my age real quick. Back in 2004, I was in a relationship with my ex-girl, and she cheated on me. She cheated on me with a girl. Now, I know a lot of y'all like, damn, you must have been doing bad if your girl cheated on you with a girl. Listen, I've never felt like less of a man than that because if you go on to go get some box, that don't bother. That just means you gay. You like girls. I don't think a woman could compare to a man in a relationship sense. I just think that it's a different experience. So she decided to go do something with a woman. That's something that she felt like she wanted to do and something that she wanted to experience. And that's her prerogative. Now, if she did something with another man, now that would hurt my ego a little bit. But something with another woman, that don't bother me at all. She just exercised her curiosities. But anyway, they got caught. I crashed out. I'm a young man at the time. So what happened was she was leaving. I caught them, and she decided she wanted to move out. So I packed her shit up. I was like, I want you out of my spot. So I went out to walk the dog, but she bounced, and she didn't come back for like a good 3 days. You know what I mean? But her stuff was packed at the door waiting for her. I'm like, yo, you can go ahead. And it wasn't that she did it with the girl. It was the fact that she left for days. It was the fact that she had my daughter with her. That was the violation to me. Like, you go cheat. If you're going to cheat, go cheat. Go do your thing. I'm not going to stand in your way. But to include my family in that, that's where the violation was at. At the end of the day, I was cheating the whole entire time throughout the course of our relationship. Like I said, I've done horrible things. So I can own up to that as a man. She got that off. I deserved that. Even if it was a dude, I deserved it because I ain't gonna hold y'all. I wasn't good for her, and I was early 20s. I wasn't ready for no relationship, and neither one of us was. We were young. We both was doing each other filthy. But when it came down to that situation, it wasn't the infidelity that bothered me. It was that she took my family with her. You know, that was the thing. Like, yo, you gonna do something, you do something. Don't drag my babies into that. And that was where the violation was for me. That's why I packed her shit up. So I'm walking my dog. I come back home, and I see a car parked in front of my house, and I see the stud chick who she dealing with, like walking out of my crib with her stuff. So I'm like, oh, hell no, we not giving it up like that. Like, if you gonna leave, you leave. Shorty's not welcome in my house. Are you crazy? I walk up the steps, and now I'm blocking the door. And Shorty's trying to like bum, studs be mad aggressive. Shorty's trying to bum rush past the door. And I'm like, yo, listen, you're not going to my house. That's out. Me and my wife need to talk, and we're going to talk about our problems. You could go wait in the car, or you could get the fuck up out of here. Pardon my language, YouTube. And she's like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm like, oh, we going to do this, man. First and foremost, you're her boss. It was her boss at work. And she presented her as a friend. I already knew what time it was. Like, I knew the stud was trying to move in on my territory. And, she turned my ex out. But like I said, it was years ago, and that was her thing. But you're not going to violate my crib, and I'm here. If you're going to take her stuff and y'all leave and I'm not here, but you're not about to just walk in and out of my spot like that, and now you're trying to act like she's some victim because she got caught cheating. You know what I mean? Like, you're not about to just bum rush like, oh, I'm coming in. Like, shorty, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm like, yo, sweetheart, if you don't move from in front of my door, something real bad is gonna happen to you. She's like, what you gonna do to me? You know how they try to get aggressive. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna say, but it's gonna be bad. So you should just get up out of here. Or go wait in the car. Don't disrespect me. This is my house at the end of the day. She like, yo, I'll die for her. And I'm like, yo, just last week, you was coming through here talking about you was her friend. Now that it's revealed that y'all sleeping together, now all of a sudden you want to act like I'm some abusive dude and all of this. So ex-wifey is crying in the crib. I'm like, yo, you going to let her? Because I'm like, I ain't going to put my hands with no female. You know what I mean? But it was really getting there. And Shorty was being extra aggressive. I said, you know what? I already see where this shit is going. I'm calling police. Just to make sure this exchange don't end with me going to jail or me hitting her. So to avoid me doing something dangerous that will put myself in jail, I called police. Police said what's going on. I'm like, yo, listen, there's somebody at my crib, and I want him out of here. Police show up to the door. I'm in the house talking to my ex. She's outside, and now she's telling the cops something. Cop come up to the door. Hey, sir, we need to talk. I'm like, we don't need to talk about nothing. I called you. You need to do your job and remove this person from my premises. He's like, well, she's saying you threatened her. I'm like, whether I threaten her is neither here or there. I didn't put a hand on her. She's sleeping with my wife. Like, what do you want me? Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm supposed to just take it in stride and, yeah, nigga, I probably said some wild shit to her. But I want her to go. At the end of the day, I didn't touch her. I went in the house. I'm talking to my wife. She's outside of my house. Can you please have her leave? Why are you trying to act like I'm doing something crazy? Y'all at my house. I called you. He's like, yo, you being a little aggressive. I'm like, absolutely I'm being aggressive. My family is being ripped apart. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and smile with you? I never understood that about police. You're acting aggressive. You're acting a little nervous. Absolutely. You're talking to me. But you're not doing your job. You are confronting me as if I'm the bad guy here. But in the meantime, my wifey's in the crib and she's crying. So when they start seeing them crocodile tears and them crying shit, it start looking like you doing something more than them, like you scared, like you holding her against her will. I said, officer, she's free to leave. This woman cannot come in my house, though. I don't want her taking no bags out. I don't want her touching nothing in my house. Why are you acting like I'm doing something wrong? He like, did you threaten this woman? I'm like, I don't know what I said to her. I said a lot of things, but I didn't do anything to her. I did the right thing by calling you. Isn't that the right thing to do? He's like, yeah, but you can't make malicious threats. I'm like, are you charging me with a crime or something? You act like you want to arrest me. He's like, well, I feel like you're aggressive right now, and we're just going to put you in the car. The cop put the cuffs on me, put me in the car. Ultimately, I wound up getting arrested. I got arrested for verbal assault. I got arrested. So now he's talking to my shorty, and he's asking her what happened. But she's acting all scared, like she's some battered woman, and she's sitting there crying. My daughter's there. I'm just sitting in the cop car like this. Wow. Ultimately, I got arrested, charged with I guess it was assault, but I didn't touch anybody. I guess when you verbally say something, I guess that's assault. So when I got to jail, I went to go see the judge, and the judge is like, mind you, I have no criminal record, never been arrested for nothing in my life, clean record. The judge says, what is this man even doing here? Like, what did he do? The prosecutor gets up and says, well, this morning, the person he allegedly verbally assaulted filed a restraining order against him along with his estranged wife. So now the judge is like, well, we're going to release him we're going to RR him, which is release you on your own recognizance, which means you're not a threat. There's no bond. You can just leave. But with home confinement, because in the state of Florida, where I was living at the time, domestic violence is very serious out in Florida. They said they're going to RR me with home confinement. I didn't know what that meant. I get back to the cell. Of course, there's a bunch of jailhouse lawyers in there, a couple of dudes in there I was cool with. I talked to them and stuff. I said, yeah, I got RR. They was like, yo, that's good. I said, yeah, but they said RR with home confinement. They was like, damn, nigga, you ain't leaving today. I'm like, what you mean I'm not leaving today? They said home confinement. You don't know what that is? That's house arrest. I'm like, house arrest? Yes, house arrest. So I don't got no bond. I can leave, but when they do release me, I got to be released with an ankle monitor on. Long story short, this shit wound up lasting like 5 months to my court date, which was bullshit because it went past the statute of limitations what it takes to arraign somebody. I never was formally charged with nothing. So now finally when I go back to court 5 months later, after being on house arrest, losing my family, losing weight, that's when I went bald. I lost my hair, lost my house, lost everything because of the stress, because I couldn't go back and forth to work. I couldn't go to school at the time. When I finally go to court for arraignment, case dismissed. And this is all because a woman was crying, playing the fucking victim, and I did nothing to her. And the thing was, my wife wasn't even the one that pressed charges on me. It was her, the girl she cheated on me with, said I threatened her, and I called the police. So that gave me a distrust for police and made me question any time I hear a case on domestic violence. I say all that to say this. A couple of weeks ago, the good brother Big Tigger, we saw in the headlines that he was charged with domestic violence on his wife. Everybody saying, damn, Tigger. Everybody scrutinizing him. Because when you hear the words domestic violence, it automatically paints the woman as the victim, like the man did something crazy. Now the video comes out, and I said, here we go again. If this is domestic violence, I should have went to jail for life. Check this out. Where's this video at? Here we go. So this is Big Tigger assaulting his wife.
My phone.
Tigger, get off
my phone.
Do you not see all them crying? Bro, why
Stop.
did you do
I'm not
that?
doing that.
Yes, you did.
She dropped.
Bro,
You see this?
Stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want
Bro.
my phone. She can give me the phone.
She's crying while holding his phone.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give
not
you.
on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me
Tigger.
my phone.
See, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this
If you
shit.
say so.
This is what I'm saying.
Bro, just get over her. You can buy a new phone.
Get off of me!
Mr. Tigger!
Get off of me!
Mr. Tigger, get off of her now!
You hear the Batiman's son in the background. Mr. Tigger, get off of her right now. This is what they consider domestic violence. He's definitely guilty of cheating and having something to hide in that phone. The man is trying to retrieve his property, whether he cheated on her or not. Shorty, that's not your phone. That's his phone. You are stealing from him. Actually, you are committing a crime. You are withholding his property. I saw so many outlets posting this video saying, and the caption says, Tigger assaulting his wife. He's assaulting her because he's retrieving his property. This is what I'll be saying. A lot of men are guilty of the wrong things. He is guilty of probably being a bad husband, probably being unfaithful, probably being a bad provider, all of these things. But to label a man as physically abusive when there's no abuse taking place is insane. And I get sick of seeing that shit. It's always that. And I'm so glad that this video came out. And hopefully some people with some sense can see how bullshit this is. Shout out to little Batiman in the background defending your mama. But your mother wasn't getting hit, bro. Every time somebody see a crying woman, she's a victim. That is called gaslighting, and that's called emotional abuse. That's what that is. This woman was not assaulted. Now, if there's other videos or other instances of her being assaulted, cool. We'll deal with that when we see that. But to call this man abusive and domestic violence because she's crying because he's trying to retrieve his property is insanity. I'm not even going to look up the story because this is the video that was presented as evidence of his abuse to his wife. Meanwhile, the whole internet calling this, come on, man. I don't like it. And I'm saying that as a person who went through something like this, similar to this. A crying woman playing the victim. And then when these police show up, they see the crying woman and they fucking fall for these goddamn crocodile tears, and this woman ain't been touched. Just because you and your feelings don't be a man need to be losing his freedom or being prosecuted for nothing like that. Let me tell y'all something. I've seen dudes get their tires slashed, get their car keyed, get their property destroyed, all because a woman is in her feelings. Let me tell y'all something right now. A woman do that to me, she going to jail. Facts. I don't care if I smashed your sister. If you ruin my property as a result of you being hurt, you're going to jail. Period. I'm calling police on you, and I'm going to tell them what they did to you. You put your hands on me, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. Sending her right to blood clot jail. If more chicks get locked up for shit like this, we would have so many men behind bars and be labeled as something he's not. Because once you get labeled as, I remember I had an internet beef with a dude. If you pull up my record right now, you would have to look at the outcome of the case to show that it was. It says no lead prosecute, like it was it was dismissed. But what you were arrested for is still there. People don't care about researching nothing or looking at the outcome of the case. They see that you was arrested for something and they run with that. Dude did that online before, sucker shit. He posted that said, oh, look, he got arrested for domestic violence and battery. It's like, bro, come on, man. Come on, son. Yeah, you can get arrested for anything. If you're not prosecuted for it or charged with anything, then why are you saying that? This is what I'll be saying. Like, that was corny. That was corny, and that really triggered me because I had a similar situation. So if this is the only evidence and this is what he's being charged with, yo, let that man, come on, man, clear that man's name, man. Shout out to Big Tigger, man. And I think he followed me. Let me see. I think Big Tigger followed me. I'm almost sure that he's followed me. And I'm not doing this because he follows me on social media. I'm doing this because it's right. And it's not fair. It's not fair. Let me see if he followed me. Big Tigger. He probably deleted his social media. Nah, he don't follow me. He don't follow me. But let's see. He put something up here. He said, for as long as I've been in this industry, my focus has always been to keep the spotlight on the culture and the incredible people I get to interview. But right now, my personal life is in the public eye and has become the subject of overwhelming speculation and misinformation. Through all of this, what hurts the most is being away from my son. Nothing is more important to me than being a great father. So I've decided to step away from the mic for a while to focus on my family and give my legal team the room they need. As I previously said, I unequivocally deny every allegation, and I'm looking forward to clearing my name. Thank you so much for all the love and support. You see what I'm saying? The fact that he even has to do all of this because a woman was crying because he was trying to get his phone back is crazy, man. When I went through what I went through, I didn't care about the infidelity with this woman. I didn't care about her even cheating with a woman and being with this woman. I cared about having my family, my kids. That's all I wanted. I don't care about the, like I said, I cheated on that woman the whole time I was with her. I'm not proud of it. It just happened. It is what it is. I never got caught doing what I was doing, but she did. I revealed that later that I was out doing my thing. I just never got caught. You know what I mean? But I knew from a moral standpoint that I deserved what she did. I said that. I say that all the time. Like, yeah, she got me. She got me. She don't know about the shit I was doing, but I was doing me the entire time I was with her. Sleeping with my other baby mother, all types of foul shit. I wasn't shit. But at the same time, I was 21 years old, 22. I was young, man. I wasn't ready for none of that. And neither was she. We were toxic for each other, and she did what she did, and I did what I did, and we could have just split up amicably, and everybody could have been, your heart heals. But putting fake charges on somebody because of your fucking feelings is foul. And I pray that Tigger, from what we see in this video, that man's name is clear, because that's not fair. That's not fair. It's super duper duper nasty work. Shout out to Big Tigger, and I hope your name gets clear, my brother. If this is what the evidence presented in front of us, if this is what it is, that's bullshit, and you don't deserve that, man. And lady, shame on you for putting fake charges on him because you found him cheating. Divorce him, take half his bread, but don't ruin that man's livelihood because you got your heart broke. One ain't got nothing to do with the other. Nothing. Anyway, moving along, guys. Moving along. Shout out to I want to give a shout out to Cape Verde for their awesome performance during the World Cup. But I don't want to talk about that. It's so crazy how the world is just recognizing how dope Cape Verdean women are. Cape Verdean women are among some of the most beautiful women on the planet. They all live in Brockton and Boston and in Florida. And I asked them, I said, yo, why all Cape Verdean people live in Brockton? And they said, because that's the only direct flight. The direct flight from Cape Verde stops in Brockton, so a lot of them just stayed there. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I don't know how true that is, but that makes sense. Because it's ironic that all of these Cape Verdean people live in Brockton in the Boston area in Massachusetts. People are just getting wind of them because of it's a very small country in Africa. Well, not off the coast of Africa, but it's considered on the African continent. The women have always been some of the most beautiful. A lot of people don't know about them. Let me tell you something. There was a time in the early 2000s that's the only type of men. That's the Cape Verdean when we was on them early. We knew about them early. We found out about them early. And we was like, yo, where the fuck is Cape Verde? Who are these? What is that? And shout out to the Cape Verdean women. Shout out to the country of Cape Verde. They're blessed. If you don't know about Cape Verdean women, go look them up. They bad. They look like a mixture of everything. They look a lot like Brazilian women. I'll put them, like they got this super exotic. They look almost Hispanic. You know what I mean? Dark. You can tell them, a lot of African roots there, but they're dark and light. They all got big curly hair. They are bad. Bad. And shame on y'all for just finding out about them women over there. So shout out to the Cape Verdean women. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to get into this real quick because this didn't bother me, but I wanted to add to it because I feel like homie was right, but he left out a lot. I don't remember the name of the podcast. Shout out to the name of this shout out to this podcast right here. But he said some things, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to add a little nuance to this. You know what I mean? So once again, I don't remember the name of the pod, but here's what dude said about Brooklyn and Queens dudes. So let me play this for y'all real quick. All right, here we go.
What's the difference between Brooklyn and Queens to y'all?
We do everything in decency and order.
From what I've experienced, I feel like a Queens gentleman, you got idiot Queens guys, you got idiot Brooklyn guys.
100%.
You got top-notch Queens guys, you got top-notch Brooklyn guys.
100%.
I just feel like there's more top-notch Queens men than there is Brooklyn. And there is a difference. A Queens top-notch, let's talk about top-notch.
Okay.
He's at his highest pedestal, he is at his highest pedestal. It doesn't matter what they do. Business, whatever it is. When the Queens guy walk in the room, he's clean. He's well cut. He just breathes Queens. Brooklyn, it could be clean, but it's just sometimes rough. They can't even control the box. You ask them where you from, from Brooklyn.
No, why your head just did all
That's what
that?
y'all do. That's what you ask the Queens where you from. I'm from Queens. You ask the Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. Calm down. We get it.
I think okay. So it's so shameless, so shameless. Shout out to them. He's right. He's right. Me I'll always be a Brooklyn dude. You know, I said y'all last week. I got into it with a younger dude. Once you born and raised in New York City, period, you know, it never leaves you. And Brooklyn in particular, we are very much like that. He's right. I will say this about Brooklyn and Queens dudes that he left out. We're a little more proud to be from Brooklyn than you are to be from Queens. Y'all love to say Queens get the money. I always say this about Queens. I love Queens. That's been my second home. I grew up with my aunt. You know, my aunt raised me. But my mother, you know, when she got cleaned up, she moved to Queens. So on the weekends, I was always in Queens with my mom. And my mother lived in Jamaica, Queens. Shout out to Jamaica, Baisley. She lived on God Brewer over there by 5134, by the 40 Projects, 109, all that. So I was all up and down Queens as a kid growing up. Every weekend I'd be in Queens. And I always peep how the Queens dudes move, at least where I was at on the South Side. South Side dudes are a lot like Brooklyn dudes because it's gutter over there. You know what I'm saying? It's real gutter, especially if you get by Baisley in the 40s. It's a real similar situation to Brooklyn because they poor. But most of them blocks, them dudes come from money. Most of them are not American. So their families are a little well off. Their families are from the West Indies. They came over and their mothers got money. Niggas grew up in nice houses with driveways. So your bop is going to be a little different when you come from a little more. You understand what I'm saying? And I know this is not an insult because I wish that was my upbringing where I had a driveway. Nigga, I grew up in Brooklyn and East New York and Bed-Stuy. I'm on the train every day. My family don't even know how to drive. I'm from the projects, so it's a little different. And even in Brooklyn, it's like that. Most people are not as well off. Brooklyn dudes move to Queens for a better life because it's safer. You know what I mean? So Queens don't really have an identity. And this is not the diss Queens cast because, like I said, some of my best friends from Queens, I was in and out of Queens. But Queens dudes don't have that bop because you only really bigging up your neighborhood. I know you say Queens get the money, but Queens, even if you look in the zip codes, there is no zip code that say Queens at all. It's the neighborhood. You're from St. Albans, New York, Jamaica, New York, Far Rockaway, New York. And it goes Hillside, Queens Village, Kew Gardens. It's no Queens, New York, and no zip code in New York. But Brooklyn, whether it's Flatbush, Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, East New York, Mill Basin, Park Slope, it say Brooklyn, New York. Also, here's the part that he left out. Brooklyn dudes, we are more authentic and always will be more direct than anywhere. I'll say it in Queens. We're talking about Brooklyn and Queens, so let's leave it there. We will always be more direct with who we are upon meeting you, right? Queens niggas, as clean cut as he say they are, and as cool cut and laid back as he say they are, the niggas is grimy, son. Grimy. Queens dudes hate on each other, right? Because if you grew up in Jamaica, you might not be cool with dudes in St. Albans, or cool with dudes in Kew Gardens, cool with dudes in Astoria. You probably don't even know nobody over there. It's a whole nother world. They don't rock with each other, and they don't rock with each other in their own neighborhoods. And I hate to go there, but if you think about like, all right, now the new age rappers, right? When you think about the new age rappers, of course in Brooklyn you got a lot of the drill stuff, a lot of the gang stuff. So the younger dudes are really out here, you know, they beefing. But historically, the motto is show love is the Brooklyn way. That's a fact. When I go back to Brooklyn, love. Anywhere I go in Brooklyn, it's love. I feel safe. No matter what hood I'm in, I feel welcome and I feel safe. Queens can't do that shit, bro. Every Queens rapper got killed in Queens in their hood after they blew up by a hating ass nigga who they know or grew up with. That's how Queens operates. Y'all killed Jam Master Jay. Y'all killed Stack Bundles. Y'all killed Chink Drugs. Y'all killed Maserati Fox. Y'all killed Freaky Ty. Queens is notorious for that. Y'all be killing y'all own. Freaky Ty's a legend in Queens. Jam Master Jay. Stack Bundles, Chink Drugs, Maserati. Rest in peace to all of them. Even my man Slow got jumped. Y'all Queens niggas hate each other. That's the party left out. Yeah, we might got a wild bop and we might be a little aggressive in our approach, but you know where you stand with us. We ain't gonna be your friend and rob you. We ain't gonna be your friend for years and then one day backdoor you. That shit don't happen in Brooklyn. If we don't like you, you get robbed on sight. Ain't no playing around and acting like we your friend and shit. That's the thing about Queens niggas that they leave out. That shit is shady. These niggas, Queens niggas is different type of grimy. Because they come from something. If you're not from the projects in Queens or no hood in Queens, Queens is not the hood. So of course you're gonna be a little more clean cut and laid back. Of course. A lot of these dudes be Jamaican, Haitian, Bohemian, wherever they from, wherever their parents is from, and they got that West Indian cutthroat shit about them. Untrustworthy niggas. At least you know what you getting with a Brooklyn dude. If you getting the aggression, that's usually what you're gonna get. If you're gonna get beat up, you're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get backdoor, you're gonna get backdoored on sight. Queens niggas, you can't trust them. Love Queens, like I said, it's my second home. But from what I observed, I grew up half of my life every weekend going to Queens, so I know what I'm talking about. I saw it with my own eyes, and if you look at all the rappers, legendary rappers, they got killed in their own hood in Queens. Brooklyn, don't happen. So a lot of these Brooklyn rappers could go back home. Ain't no, if Fab could go to Brevoy, he good. Jay-Z could go to Marcy right now. Nobody gonna touch him. When you go back home in Brooklyn, you're welcomed. If you was on bullshit, you might have a problem. But if you somebody who made it out of the hood, when you go back home in Brooklyn, you're good. I ain't talking about the younger dudes because they on bullshit. The younger generation, they on bullshit, they gang banging. We didn't grow up doing that. I'm a Zennial. We're a very special group. We grew up fully without technology and we emerged into the technology area. Zennials is that Gen X and millennial kind of fused together like, I say like 78 to 85. We a different breed. And everybody who older, we a different breed of people. You understand what I'm saying? So we operate the same way. Nothing on the internet bothers us because we understand this shit is fake. Anytime somebody beefing on the internet, I know that shit is fake. So we witness everything with firsthand experience. I'm not saying this because this is what I think about Queens. I'm saying it because that's what it is. Queens niggas is some grimy ass, cutthroat, backdoor your ass niggas. Facts. Anybody my age know that. Y'all talk that Queens get the money shit. Yeah, Queens kill their own too. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you made it out of the hood in Brooklyn, you can go home. You can go home and you're gonna get love. If you was beefing, that's one thing. But for the most part, if you somebody who was a stand-up dude and you did right while you was there, you can go home and you'll be fine. But hey, look, the proof is in the pudding. The five, I don't know about Maserati Fox, what he was doing, but the four I named was good dudes. I don't know what type of shit they was into, but they should have been protected by their hoods. That shouldn't have happened to Stacks in his own hood. Chinks in his own hood. Freaky Ty in his own hood. Jam Master Jay in his own hood. That shit would never happen to a Brooklyn legend in Brooklyn. He would have to leave and go do some bullshit somewhere else. That shit don't happen in Brooklyn. Not to people who hold a hood down. That's a fact. So pack you up, Queens. Love y'all, but pack y'all up. Tell the whole story, my nigga. Tell the whole story. Yeah, your bop different because that's how y'all is. Pause. Moving along. Love you, Queens, but you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah. Speaking of New York, this happened recently. So a lady, let me read the story. This is crazy what happened to this lady, man. This was insanity. And the messed up part about it is absolutely nothing she can do about it. So, look at this. A single mother put 40 cents into a slot machine at a New York casino and won $43 million. Actually, it was $42,949,672.76. Almost $43 million. The casino offered her a steak dinner and $2.25 instead. Let's see if the video, because I can read the outcome of this, but let's see the video. Check this out.
Crowd is gathering around this casino slot machine. The woman playing the machine is celebrating with good reason. Look at the screen, printing cash ticket, almost $43 million. Not bad for gambling a penny. Sadly, her joy was about to be dashed, big time. The casino claims the slot machine malfunctioned, and Katrina Bookman won't be getting her nearly $43 million.
Bro, I'm crashing out. So look at the outcome of this, y'all. Look at the outcome of this. Katrina Bookman, a single mother of 4 who overcame foster care and homelessness, believed her life had changed forever after a slot machine at Resorts World Casino in Queens, here we go with Queens again, displayed a staggering $42.9 million jackpot in 2016. After putting just 40 cents into the machine, flashing lights and alarms celebrated what appeared to be the largest slot jackpot in U.S. history. But when she returned the next day to collect her winnings, the casino said the machine had malfunctioned. Instead of millions, Bookman was offered $2.25, the amount on her printed ticket, and a complimentary steak dinner, which she called insulting. It's beyond insulting. She sued the casino, arguing that even if the jackpot was an error, she should at least receive the machine's maximum legitimate payout of $6,500. The New York State Gambling Commission confirmed the machine had malfunctioned, and because the slot carried the disclaimer, malfunctions void all pays and plays, the courts ultimately ruled in the casino's favor. After years of legal battles, Katrina Bookman walked away with nothing. Woo! Woo! Ain't that some bullshit? Like, who reads? Like, if that's me, I'm not reading what was printed on the machine. That mean they can just say that, right? Like, she don't know mechanics of a slot machine. Like, who's there to? They can say that anytime, right? Like, they can just say that. Queen strikes again. You see? That shit would have never happened in Brooklyn. Damn, that's crazy, man. That Katrina, Miss Bookman, I'm sorry, man. You know what that reminded me of? It was a dude. Let me see if I can find that story, because that's an interesting story, too. It was a dude who, oh, man, he had man loses Bitcoin. He lost Bitcoin hard drive. This was crazy, y'all. Oh, this was 4 years ago. Check this out, guys. Check this out.
In 2013, a British man accidentally threw away a hard drive. It contained 7,500 Bitcoin. Fast forward to today, the crypto inside that hard drive is worth more than $350 million.
350 blood clot dollars, y'all. Threw away the hard drive.
His name is James Howells. He's an IT worker from Wales. Over the past 8 years, he's been on a mission to find that hard drive by digging through his local dump. but so far no luck. He once told NBC News, quote, "It is soul-destroying, to be honest. Every second of the day, I am thinking about what could have been." In a last-ditch effort earlier this year, Howells offered his local town tens of millions of dollars to help him find it. In a recent interview with The New Yorker, he said, quote, "I still hope and feel it can be done. And as long as I feel that, I will keep trying." The journalist who interviewed him now, DT Max, staff writer for The New Yorker. He's also an author. DT, thanks. Great to have you here tonight. So he has hope, or he thinks he has hope, but is there really any hope he's going to recover this Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think there's hope.
Ain't no hope, bro. You know what? This was a while ago. Let's see if he found it. Maybe he found it. Let's see. Man finds hard drive with Bitcoin. You find it? Let's see. Welsh computer engineer James Howells accidentally threw away a hard drive containing the private keys to 8,000 Bitcoin, now valued at nearly $1 billion. Oh. 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 So that was 4 years ago. That was 350. Now it's at 1 billion? Oh my God, bro. Oh, man. Did he find it? Okay. For over a decade, he attempted to dig up the Docksway landfill in Newport, Wales. Following a series of rejected legal battles and city council refusals, he abandoned the physical landfill search in 2025 to focus on tokenizing claims to his lost fortune. Oh, damn, man. Damn, bro. Shit. Let's see. They got a video on it. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's gone. Oh, no, here we go. Let's see.
Well, we've all done it. Chucked something important in the bin by mistake. Maybe it was your driver's license, your grandma's ring, your whole wallet. Now, imagine the item you accidentally tossed is worth $1.2 billion. Oh. So how far would you go?
Oh, my God, bro.
This is a mind-blowing story.
We're not going to be talking about hundreds of millions. We're going to be talking about billions.
I don't know what kind of shit you have to dig through.
Oh, my
11
God,
tons
bro.
of garbage sounds disgusting.
I can't even watch this. This hurt me. $1.2 billion, and you got to search through a landfill because you threw it away. You talking about the blunder of a lifetime, bro? Ooh. Somebody's going to find that shit. Somebody going to find that. If I worked at that landfill, let me tell you something. I'm dedicating at least 3 hours a day to look for it. I mean, I guess you'll have to tell them, you know what I mean? Because I guess you would have to access it. But it's been sitting there. It got to be, I mean, I don't know if it'll dissolve. I mean, it's 2026. He lost it in 2013. I mean, damn, bro. Damn, man. Sheesh. Woo. Shout out to homie. In other news, this right here, this was personal for me too. So there was a dude at UPS. All right. During COVID, right? Y'all know I'm a stand-up comedian and podcaster and content creator. My content kind of took off after COVID. If I would have got in on that COVID wave and was really making these top 5 videos and doing everything I was doing, I'd have been to the moon, bro. I'm doing my thing now. I think everything happens at its time. But I found my way and, you know, I can check my numbers. I'm doing good. I had to work. I had to get a job. You know, it was a little better than most. I was a delivery guy. I had an Amazon job. I was working at Amazon. I had to do what I had to do. Like everybody else. There was no comedy shows. There was no there was no really podcasting wasn't paying. I was doing 2 podcast episodes a week with my team, and I had to get a job. You know what I mean? Later on, it got a little more lucrative for me in that field. But for that, when I first started, I had to get the job first before I leveled up with it. So I was delivering. And I remember when I was delivering, I was the only delivery driver that would walk around with a hammer on me, bro. Dead ass. Dead ass. Because out in Florida, the dogs, like some of the areas I was delivering to, these white people, they dogs are their families. They don't train these fucking dogs. These dogs live on land, so they don't train it. The dog is a part of the family. So if you were delivering in a place with mad land, in the woods somewhere, them dogs running down on you. Running down on you. They like, oh, he's not going to bite you? Bro, I'm not playing with nobody dog, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't care if that's your family pet. I'm not the type. I'm black, bro. I'm black, and we handle animals differently. Like, I don't know your dog. I don't know your dog. I'm talking about Rottweilers, Dobermans, German Shepherds, Pit Bulls running around in the yard, and you pulling up in your van, they jumping all over the van like this. I honk the horn like, yo, come get your shit, bro. I'm not getting out this van. I'm not getting out this van. And you're prohibited from carrying like a dog spray and pepper spray and shit like that. The job don't let you carry none of that. I don't know if they changed the rules now. I say, yo, I'm carrying the hammer with me, bro. I'll take the charge for animal cruelty. If a pit bull lunge at me, I'm blowing that dog head off. Respectfully, son. Dead ass. I was strapped at all times. And these white people be mad racist, bro. They'll let the dog bite you and all that and deal with the charges. They like to see shit like that. Some of these people was racist. Some of the places I would deliver to, you be way back in the woods. Amazon, man, they was grimy back then. They wanted all their money, bro. So they would have you deliver to places that was inaccessible. Dirt roads, you'll get stuck in the mud. They had to get a tow truck to pull you out. They ain't give a shit. And motherfuckers will order a little SD card. You got to deliver it in the woods and all that. Come on, man, and get stuck. This always happened. This dude right here, salute him. Salute him. I said, yo, he should have. So this dude packed this dog up. Packed the dog up, son. Check this out. The dog lunged at. The dog came running at him. And everybody like, oh, you know, he should have been more patient. No. He should have had an extra box to bust the owner in the head, too. Should have had an extra box to boom the owner because he deserved it, too, after coming out the way he did. He squared up with him. So check this out. Where's this video at? Here we go. Check this out. Check this out. Boom! Rewind. Yeah. Yeah, look at the owner. Yeah, square up. Why are you throwing shit at my fucking dog? Yeah.
Wow, that guy was ready to scrap.
Yeah.
UPS driver.
Again. Good job. Good job. Salute to that UPS driver. If you lost your job, homie, holla at me. I got a cash app for you. Because I get you. I've been there, bro. I've been there. I'm telling you. I remember one time, man, what had happened? Oh. Proud of it, too. This is in Queens. And Queens again. Queens again, bro. Walking my daughter down the block. The dude on the corner had a pit bull. He lived on the corner, and the pit bull was never chained up. He used to just sit on the steps, and sometimes they'd chain him on the fence, but every time you walk by, the dog would come barking and all that. I told, and the leash was thin. I said, bro, and I used to walk by with my baby girl, taking her to the store. I used to tell homie, I'm telling you right now. No, I'm lying. That's not what happened. The dog did it a couple of times, and then I never saw nobody outside with the dog. That's the thing. The dog was outside unattended. One day, I told him, I finally saw him. My daughter wasn't with me. I said, yo, I'm telling you, your dog, bro, you can't leave that dog out here unattended. It's scaring kids, and everybody's scared of your dog, bro. It's a pit bull. Like, he's like, yo, he ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. I'm like, that's not the point. It's an intimidating dog. And it's not trained. You know what I'm saying? Like my dogs, I have 2 French bulldogs, Louis and Chanel. Yeah, they little dogs and, it ain't. But my dogs are trained to not even get off the grass. My dogs know how to control their stimulus. They know how to control it. Dogs see shit and smell shit. They want to charge at it. If another dog walk by my block, in front of my house, in front of my yard, my dogs stand there and just look at them. They're trained. They're trained. My dogs know not to get off the grass. They don't even go on the concrete. So even if they do walk up to the front, they don't leave the grass. My dogs don't got to be on leashes in front of my house. My dogs are trained, very well trained. So when your dog come running at people, your dog is not trained. People take that shit the wrong way. They scared, and then the dog reacts to you. So if you scared, the dog is gonna, be alarmed at how you're acting. They're gonna respond to your body to your responses, and they might attack you. Or if you get on defense, the dog will jump and lunge anyway. And I'm telling dude this, and he getting all defensive, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We'll just cross the street. I said, all right, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You can say whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, bro. If I'm walking my daughter, even if it's me, but if I'm walking my daughter down this block and your dog come charging at me, bro, I'm going home, I'm getting a baseball bat, and I'm going to club your dog to death. Dead serious. He's like, yo, you do that, we're going to have a problem. I'm like, all right, we're going to see. Sure enough, the next week I'm walking down the block with my daughter, and here his dog come running. Now the dog is off the grass on the sidewalk. I had to pick my daughter up because the dog is trying to jump at her. I don't know if it's trying to bite. I don't know what it's trying to do. So I had to run across the street. He came outside. He's like, yo, he's calling the dog back. And I said, yo, remember what I told you, right? I'll be back. He's like, yo, do what you got to do. Guyanese dude in Queens, in Jamaica. I went home, got my Louisville Slugger, and I'm banging on his door. Yo, bring your dog outside right now. I'm killing that shit. Dead ass. I told him, like, I'm going to hit your dog in the head with this bat, bro. So he's at the door. He's like, yo, chill. You bugging, homie. You bugging. I'm like, son, I'm telling you, son. If I see your dog again, it's dead, bro. I'm like, your dog is a danger to society. Not proud of it. But long story short, he never brought the dog back outside again. And if the dog was outside, at least when I was walking by, I ain't see the dog outside no more. Or if he was outside, he was out there with him. Now he what up, man? Everything good? Yeah, everything good. Now it's everything good. Queens nigga. Another Queens nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even the dog's grimy in Queens. Yo. What else we got on the docket for the day? What else we got on the docket? I know we got a bunch of more stuff. Let me see. If I could give y'all one more for the day. If I can give you one blood clot more for the day. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh, I do got one more. All right. This is something that's going to be happening to a lot of children nowadays. In this day and age, and in this day and age, and going forward, all you thoughts online who shaking ass, who got an OnlyFans. Now, this kid is pre this, but there was a video vixen era. And a lot of hoes had kids, and the kids is grown. I don't give a shit how old your kid is. I'll even give you one. Gloria Velez. She used to be my homie. We used to be cool. We were supposed to be doing a podcast together, actually, when I first started podding, but she did some bullshit. And it never happened. But Gloria Velez was a video vixen. You know what I mean? She has a son with Aaron Hall, and then she has another son. But her son with Aaron is grown now. Shout out to him. He a grown man now. But Glo's bad. She's a beautiful woman. You can Google right now. You can see her eating pussy and getting pussy ate in 2003 or 90, whenever it was. The video's still there. even though she's changed her life and she's a different person, it doesn't go anywhere. So these women be making temporary decisions, temporary moves, permanent decisions, and now your kids got to deal with the bullshit. So this kid right here, he's giving his testimony about what he goes through because his mother used to be a video vixen. And he's grown now. So check out what he had to say about his mama, what he's going through now.
But I remember when I was little, my mom, she used to be like a video vixen or whatever. She used to like date rappers. Whole time she was just getting fucked on by these niggas. They wasn't even really dating her because they never claimed her. She used to go backstage and stuff like that. I remember we walked through this long ass venue. It was a bunch of people on stage doing concerts and stuff like that. We walked all the way to the back, and I guess it was like Ludacris backstage shit where she was dating Ludacris at the time. We go back there, she see the nigga, and then we leave. And then it was the same situation where she was dating T.I. We went to Cascade for King's birthday. We went to the back to see King open his presents and stuff like that, and then we left. She didn't even buy us skates or nothing. And what's crazy is T.I. bought out the venue. We could have got skates for free. It's just the fact that she was showing us off like a purse because she looked so young that she had to prove to the niggas that she was fucking, that she had kids so she could get more money out the niggas, and she wasn't even helping us with the money. Wasn't even paying bills or nothing like that with the money because my stepdad was across the country doing red carpet events, meeting up with Gucci Mane and fucking T.I. and all these people where I remember at one point in her life, she was just a fucking threesome for T.I. and Tiny where she was going out her way to get fucked on by these niggas.
Wow.
And then she had Bow Wow friend Cleo, the nigga from Hoes, Zero. He had took me to Chick-fil-A and gave me a Chick-fil-A sandwich and shit like that. Told me that I need to be a better kid for my mom because she trying so hard.
Wow.
What the fuck she not? This bitch
Wow.
is giving out. This bitch is giving out coochie. That's all she was doing. That bitch wasn't doing shit for her kids. That bitch was going on her way to have fun and give out coochie to niggas so she could have money and have all this shit because she was pretty. And then I remember it was a time where she brought us around Gorilla Zone and shit like that and was trying to introduce us to this nigga and we didn't know who he was. So she had to apologize to the nigga because she felt bad that we didn't know who the fuck he was. I'm like, bitch, nobody give a fuck. We need our mom.
Right.
We want you to take care of us. Fuck is wrong with you? Was paying the bills, but he wasn't staying with my mom because she would force him to stay with his mom or stay wherever he was staying because she didn't want him staying in the house so she could fuck other niggas. Really, she was cheating on him with my dad while my dad was cheating on my stepmom. And then he would drive all the way 12 hours to come fuck my mom and then be bullshitting and stuff like that where they was emailing back and forth and shit talking about they was finna get married and my stepmom caught their goofy ass. And then they ended up having to fall out and stuff like that because of my stepmom because he had to get his shit together. Whole time she's still doing this shit back and forth with these rappers and stuff like that behind my stepdad back while he paying her bills. And she leaving, doing red carpet events and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck she was explaining to him, but we was at the house by ourselves, where he couldn't come watch us and shit like that because she didn't want him to know what he was, what she had going on. So we would literally be at the house by ourselves. Me, my brother, and my sister just sitting in her bed crying, waiting for her to get home. And this bitch on planes going.
Shout out the homie. Do you know? Listen. Anytime I see a girl who's very pretty and she's scantily clad online, there is a 95% chance that that bitch got an OnlyFans. 95% chance, and they always do. And these chicks be having kids. He's talking about before the internet. That's what his mother was doing. Running around with rappers, doing X, Y, and Z and all of this shit. And he's feeling the residuals of that now. He's damaged. And you hoes is doing all this shit for the moment. Your kids is watching all of this shit. And it's going to be worse for your kids. Because that shit is on the internet. What he talking about ain't even on the internet. At least his mom, can deny the allegations. There's no proof but the broken heart of her child. But just imagine the kids who got to grow up with a mama with an OnlyFans account. Selling pussy for 99 cents. Niggas downloading it. You can see her showing herself. Nipples out, titties out. You don't think that's going to hurt your sons and it's going to make them look at women different? Your daughter going to want to repeat what you doing? I remember there was a time where seeing a woman's nipples was a badge of honor. It was like something you had to work towards. I remember when hoes was ugly. But it was ugly. Now, hoes are beautiful. They're beautiful. They're super good looking. The prettier the girl on social media, the more likely it is she's selling pussy of some sort. Whether it's physically or digitally, she's selling pussy. And your kids are seeing that shit. That's disgusting. Pack all y'all up. I'm real shit. I wish one of my baby mothers would be out there on some OnlyFans shit. I'll bark on you. And it shows with the kids how they turn out. Like, dude got mental trauma. Mental trauma. And he look young. Like, y'all see one thing, I was doing what I had to do for my kids. Go get a fucking job. Go get a fucking job. Selling pussy online is not content creation, sweetheart. There's residual effects behind all of that. And it's going to come in the form of your children telling you about yourself, or you losing respect. It's cool. Do what you do. I ain't trying to stop y'all. But just understand what happens later on down the line with that. You know what I'm saying? Pack all y'all hoes up, man. Pack you up. Shout out to that young man for saying his testimony so he can show y'all what could happen to you in the future. And he's saying shit from what he experienced. Most of y'all kids going to be able to tell y'all what they saw and what we saw. You don't think your kids getting teased in school by other kids? Oh, I saw your mama out there. Your mama got OnlyFans. Like the kids be like, oh yeah, my mom got OnlyFans. Check her OnlyFans out. That ain't shit to be proud of. And they going to find a way to blame men. It's men. Men did that. Unbelievable, man. But anyways, guys, I'll have some big news to share with y'all. I should have a guest on the show coming up this week. So the following episode after this, you guys will see a very special guest, because I'm still going to be doing my interviews, but it's going to be worth it. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. You guys are going to enjoy it. And it's going to be somebody that you guys know outside of my beautiful face that you have the pleasure of looking at every week. But anyways, it's been another great episode of the All Jokes Aside podcast. Like I said, I think I'm going to start doubling up doing 2 episodes a week since I am doing it solo. No more with the 2-3 hour episodes unless it is an interview, and it's very interesting. As you guys notice with my content, I do stay away from current events for the most part. I like to give insightful shit with nuance, stuff that we could talk about, timeless shit. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with nobody unless there's some nuance I can add to it. Even though the big ticket thing just happened, I also gave my testimony in regards to that. I hate current events. I want to be the escape from that. That's what I want this platform to be. That's what I've always tried to do with this. Be something different, something that's timeless, something that you can look back on 3 weeks ago. I ain't trying to be the next academics or any of these other current event shits. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about nobody's business. It's not my concern. I want to give nuance. I want to talk about my experiences and be relatable for the most part. I don't care about no celebrity fucking gossip. I don't care about it. That shit is whack to me. You know what I mean? Some of the things they do is interesting. If it could be something you could take as a learned experience or something that you can learn from or something where it's a joke in there somewhere, something like that, we could do that. Also, guys, I want you guys to check out my new website. It's up, officialwillmills.com. It's up now. I'm still adding things onto it. You're going to see my show dates that's coming up. You're going to see the merch that's on there. You can go look at my Vlad interviews, my other interviews that I've done. This podcast, you can, go to the podcast directly from the website. If you, want to tell a friend instead of saying All Jokes Aside podcast, go to officialwillmills.com to find everything Will Mills. All right? So this has been another great episode of the All Jokes Aside podcast. Make sure you tune in next week where I will be having a very special guest, and you guys will enjoy that as well because the last time he was here, it was a hit. All right? So you guys should know what I'm talking about. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. Till next time, I'll see y'all again. Peace.